Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Back Porch Lounge. We are leaf cutters, and we are not professionals, but we are here to help. I'm your host, Ben.
I'm Andy.
Robert here.
And Zach.
Yay! You don't have the
I don't
full
know why I
cast today.
pointed.
Where the fuck is Grim?
I just like to point at things. Grim's not here today. He couldn't make it, unfortunately. So we are going to, bestow upon you another short story. We did one of these a couple episodes back. We had absolutely no feedback on it, so no feedback means you loved it. So we're going to do it again.
This is your favorite.
Yeah, that's got to be the favorite.
It's got to be the favorite episode because nobody gave us any feedback on it.
Yeah.
So we're going to do another short story, and that's when we tell you about our magnificent picks of cigars that are shorter cigars.
So much for not. Thank God we're not professionals.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good
So
thing that,
today,
we're not professionals.
thank God, I'm smoking the NUB Cameroon.
Ooh, short and stubby.
It is short and stuff.
What the hell am I smoking? Esteban Carrilla, the Chupacabra Hellcat.
Very nice.
And it says Chupacabra, so I think I know what's in this. We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Goat meat.
Go ahead, Robert.
I will be smoking the NUB Maduro.
Nice. How about you,
And
Zach?
I've got the Illusion Rothschild.
Very nice.
That's one of my favorites.
So, in our short stories, we don't do any research on these cigars before we smoke them. So, we're just going to come up with stories about where we think they come from and what they're filled with. So, the NUB Cameroon comes from a small district in Cameroon that they have odd weather, so they're only able to grow tobacco from like May to June. So you get very small leaves to make these nubs. These are made from extremely small tobacco leaves.
So,
And that's
we're
how
not going to guess while we're smoking it. We're just going to eyeball it, right? Is that what the new plan?
I like this plan.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're just going to eyeball it, and the leaf of this small tobacco plant is definitely habanero. Yep, it's definitely a habanero leaf. I can tell just by the smell and by the look of it and the taste.
Does it make your eyes water a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's habanero. I'm
and
sorry.
Inside
Is it made with habaneros?
No, not made with
Is it just
habaneros.
packed
That's just
full of habaneros? That would be
Habaneros.
amazing. Also, maybe not.
And then the innard is definitely Nicaraguan. I could tell before I even light it up.
All
So
right.
what about you, Andy?
Being this is the Chupacabra, as it says on the band, right there, Chupacabra. We're gonna go with this is nothing but a sacrifice to the Chupacabra, and is loaded with goat's meat or goat's blood, and it's Maduro, so it's dark and mysterious as the Chupacabra was. So
So
Yeah, we're
it's
gonna go
dried
with
goat's blood.
I was
Sure.
going to say, I think it's a common practice to soak leaves in goat's blood and then ferment them. I think that's a pretty normal thing to do. Maybe you do that at home. I'm not sure.
not this week.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
You haven't been here, kids. You wouldn't know. Zach's been here. He's not allowed to talk about the sacrifices that may or may not have been made on the Back Porch Lounge.
It keeps the old ones from taking the land again.
Uh-huh. We keep Cthulhu happy.
Oh, Jesus. What about you, Robert?
This is a handmade Maduro from NUB, and it was made. The leaves were actually found when Isabella Santos went out one night looking for her husband Carlos, who was in a drunken stupor and passed out in the field these delicious leaves, and they decided they would try to wrap them and smoke them. And this is what I get.
I want to smoke that.
That's pretty specific.
Yeah. I mean, between the dried goat's blood and just the back, alleys of Cameroon, I'd rather smoke that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a love story and it's a good cigar story. The Illusion Rothschild, which probably is a reference to the size of the cigar, but I'm going to say that this comes from the estate of Niles Rothschild, who once was destined to be president of the United States. His campaign was pretty small. It was mostly focused in small town in Oliver Springs, Tennessee, and he was running mate Chester Lindbergher was had an excellent background as an all-star baseball player, but this cigar is named after that duo who ran for president one Halloween. The tobacco says Nicaraguan, so I'm assuming it's got some of that in it.
All American story, Nicaraguan filler.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
All right, let's see how close we got.
Oh, I gotta start smoking this before I can look it up.
Yeah, I gotta look. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I want to make sure this is a habanero. I know it's Nicaraguan filler.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, I think I knew that too, because I think that's kind of the nub profile.
Yeah, that's kind of cheating. Nub is kind of Nicaraguan. That part I do know.
I didn't get a freaking answer.
So, Andy, does yours taste like bits of Chupacabra?
No, but it does have a kind of a flavor of a I don't know. It's dark and mysterious, so it's possible it could have something sacrificial in it.
Nice.
Get to Googling.
All right, so
You'll get to Google it. I gotta
light
get
up.
for you.
For my light up, that's not a habanero wrapper. It's definitely a Cameroon wrapper, but it lit up smooth. Good output of smoke. It's actually really, really fucking tasty. So I think I'm gonna enjoy this thing. But that's no news for Nub, honestly. What about you, Andy? What's your first take?
It had a closed foot, so it's being a box press. It's not something that's easy for me. That's easily guessable. But so far, I get kind of earthy because Chupacabra. But it's got an easy draw. It feels well constructed. We'll find out more because I've got all of 2 puffs into it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just getting first thoughts. How about you, Robert? First thoughts on that Maduro, made from the finest leaves of lovemaking.
You can definitely tell the love that was in the making of this cigar.
Is it sticky?
Well, little sticky right around here. I'm trying not to touch that area, but
Okay.
That's why I'm holding it like this.
Just by the band, make sure you don't get it on your hands.
Did Monica fondle that cigar? I'm just curious.
It was Esteban and his wife.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry.
What about you,
Esteban
Zach?
short for Bill?
Hang on, I got dog activity. I got a monitor. Okay. She looks like she's just sniffing stuff. All right. This cigar kind of started off with a bang already. It's got some sweetness and some sweetness. I don't know how else to describe it right now, but it's delicious, and apparently has zero tobacco from Nicaragua in it. It was just made there, or at least according to this website.
Are we getting to the truth of our cigars?
I ain't smoked enough to truth it out yet.
I thought about to say. I think we should play around a little bit before we
Okay.
to the truth.
But a little bit of I almost hate to say this out loud. But there
Cardamom?
might be a little bit of cardamom.
Yes.
It's got like a little bit of a Christmas spice kind of thing
Christmas
going
tree
on.
in it. Yeah.
Not Christmas tree, more on the cinnamon side, I think. But it's pretty good so far. Oh, I just realized I have beer.
Beer. It's what's for lunch.
Sure.
It is kind of lunch. I didn't have much for lunch. Hopefully, that won't be a problem.
So, to continue in my first tale of this wonderful cigar, there may be a portal opening on my table, and I'm kind of concerned.
Ah.
You know, do you hear drums in the background?
Are you sure it's not a illusion? Yeah. Oh. Sorry.
Well played,
I've
sir.
got-
Well played. That was great.
I've got nothing for Cameroon.
Yeah, I'm out of that one.
Damn.
Right?
That's an African country, right? So I don't know much about Cameroon actually to know. I think it's West African. I maybe.
But this cigar was made there. I'm telling you, 100% the truth.
Pretty sure that's not the truth.
That's a total
That may be
fallacy.
your truth. It's not the truth.
Wow.
Look, it's their only export that I'm aware of.
And since you're obviously the standard of which all is measured,
Yes.
Exactly. And I'm sorry,
All-knowing
Cameroon, I didn't mean to
exporter.
insult your entire country. I'm pretty sure you have more than just a cigar. You probably have lovely sandy beaches. Maybe.
Well, you just keep digging that hole. Go ahead.
I don't know.
The whole country of Cameroon is coming after us.
I'm showing
It's
my
okay.
American
I'm
ignorance.
going to
at this
go with
moment.
this is made in Puerto Rico because, that's where the whole Chupacabra thing kind of falls back to.
I thought that was a Mexico thing.
I gotta say, that's a Mexico thing, too.
Yeah.
I had to look up some lore. Puerto Rico's in it, and I kind of want to go to Puerto Rico, so that works.
So, are you going to go hunt the Chupacabra?
Ooh, we should have an expedition to hunt the Chupacabra.
I'm going to hunt
We
that about
all-
the same time I start hunting snipes.
Well, we'll all smoke that cigar while we're hunting them. So,
That'll work.
I mean, it works for me.
It'll draw them out. It's a sacrifice, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was supposed to be goats. Again.
If it's got goat blood in it, I guess it'll work.
Maybe you just get some goat blood and you just put it on a little bit of cologne and just start running into the desert.
I'm all for it.
Come and get me, you goat sucker! Speaking of goat suckers, there was an entire episode of X-Files dedicated to the Chupacabra.
There was.
I vaguely remember that.
I don't remember if the smoking man was in that one, though.
No.
No, I think it was a Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
Robert's familiar with the Monster of the Week for X-Files.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Huge fan of
X-Files.
Huge fan.
Ah.
Yeah, he went to conventions and everything about it.
I actually won
That's
an
cool.
IBM computer from one.
Fancy.
Nice.
Full of FBI files for some reason.
See, and you guys thought that Trump and Biden had them. I have them.
Nice.
Apparently, all you have to do is say that you forgot, and it works for both parties. Apparently.
Yeah, pretty much.
You just let 14 million national secrets go.
Oops,
I forgot.
Thought
To change my password from password.
I was getting fancy. I did a password 1. That's the way it's
They'll
alphanumeric.
never figure it out.
They'll never figure it
I
out.
never figured out. And when I had to update it, I made it password 2.
Those sneaky Russians.
Can't trust them.
Mm-mm.
You
Figure
got
it
a
out
tunnel
that
going
quick.
somewhere?
It looks like I'm getting a little bit of a tunnel. What was Michael saying about handling the tunnel? You cut the outside and burn it down a little bit, or is it?
I think so.
I think I might just let it rest a little bit. It feels like the cherry is pretty tight.
That would work too.
I'll try not to smoke it so fast. So do we have a tip or a question or topic of discussion in the short story, other than I can make it more about the Now with Rothschild, Chester Limburger excerpts?
I mean, I was more interested in hearing about that.
Oh, okay. Well, there was kind of a bootstrap campaign. They, went door to door, trying to collect votes and subsequently candy, because it was Halloween. And they got an entire neighborhood on board that was a pretty big deal. Unfortunately, due to COVID, they did not actually run in 2020, which was when they had planned to back in. I'd have to do some math on that. I'm gonna get a calculator because that.
You got to carry the 1, divide by pi, and square the root 2. Wait for it.
I do know.
It's an Android.
While you're doing that, for the Cameroon, with the smaller leaves, they have to be handled by Oompa Loompas. And Oompa Loompas are a real thing in Cameroon.
I always
Evidently,
wondered
that's
about
the only place. That's the only place you can have an Oompa Loompa is in Cameroon.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's the only place they grow because they're not born; they're grown, right along with the little tobacco. So, since you have your tobacco field and you have your Oompa Loompa field, and once they fall off the vine, they immediately go get the little tobacco and start rolling, just by natural. It's just nature. It happens. Yes, and then many years later, somebody writes a book about it and changes it to chocolate. What the fuck is that shit?
And that's the media trying to push their agenda.
That's it. They're trying to push their agenda. The big sugar corporations trying to inject themselves. Big sugar getting into our brains that way. It's like, oh, let's make this little Cameroon guy that's growing on the vine go find cocoa beans. No, it was fucking tobacco. And you tobacco lobbyists are like, hey, tobacco's bad. Ugh.
Sugar's worse.
It was my entire freaking day.
Man. So I'm guessing that was circa 1998 or 9 that they went on their campaign. This is really a joke for 4 people.
Doing so well.
It's a few more than 4 people, but 4.
The entire state of Tennessee is laughing their ass off right now.
No, pretty much. My parents, maybe my friend Jeremy. His mom would think it was funny. His dad would think it was funny. Probably my sisters. Yeah.
Well, as long as they're all watching the podcast.
So, Robert, let me ask you a question about yours. So, is it like a family affair for, where they making the sweet love in the fields, and then they had children, and then they put them work in the tobacco, factories, so they could save money to get these things rolled?
No, they actually had to hire people. You should have been around to give them that idea.
Well, son of a bitch. I mean, I thought they were already getting a good start. Just get the kids.
However, Tatiana did come from that particular night. The daughter.
Oh.
Tatiana. Nice.
She uses fruit in her tobacco, right?
There you go. Allergic to tobacco leaves, by the way. She can't touch them. Strangely enough.
But if she uses a thin layer of blueberries to coat her hand, she can roll them safely.
blueberries,
Which is-
oranges, a whole cornucopia of fruit.
Well, I mean, and grapes as well, because like when Robert got his grape Tatiana, that was hand rolled by Tatiana herself
Ah,
and got the grape, flavor.
I'm about halfway on mine. I gotta slow down because it's getting hot.
About the same.
Yeah, I'm about halfway.
All right, so
Maybe a
let's
little less.
do a halfway review. In true nub fashion, it's good.
Mission Graham.
In true nub fashion, it's a well-built cigar. As you can see, I mean, I haven't even ashed it once. It's held together. It's still burning very evenly, tightly rolled, but still plenty of airflow, so it has good smoke output. I do have to say that I do like the lighter nubs more than I like the Maduro nubs. I don't know why, but the Cameroon is a little bit lighter to me. It's probably for me, it's about a medium cigar. So it's enjoyable, but not so heavy that I felt like I needed to eat something beforehand.
Yeah. Well, I'll go halfway on mine. It's still really well constructed. I mean, it's a box press. It's most box press I've found over the years that most box press cigars hold together really well. I've had to ash mine because it was starting to get a little loose, starting to be less than happy to be here. So instead of having ash all over my lap, I aim for the ashtray. Still got really good. Still has a really good earthy flavor. I'm gonna guess it's Dominican. I don't know. It's still Mexican, Dominican, something like that. It's got tobacco in it.
From tobacco leaves made by little people in Cameroon.
This had bigger leaves than that, buddy. Sorry. This was made in a sacrificial worship to the Chupacabra.
Yeah, so I'm familiar with the ceremony.
Yes. Roberto?
How about you, Robert?
The lovemaking paid off. The tobacco is well. Good input, good output. Burns rather evenly. It's a little. So I turned it and it's still burning strong.
Zacky Poo.
Still good. Getting still a little bit of like sweetness, some creaminess. The kind of cinnamony Christmas spice is tapered off a little bit. But it's quite delicious.
Nice. Campaign running strong. That's what I like to hear.
It's tasty. Tasty. That's all I'm saying. It's tasty. Y'all, it's just so quiet. It's such a quiet Saturday. Oh, wait, shit, it's Sunday, isn't it? Damn it.
Sunday.
It's a quiet Sunday.
Saw a great blue herring.
Ooh, you usually see those over here.
I know there's not. I mean, there's water around because it's Louisiana and there's water everywhere. But
Every day.
they aren't. I've not seen one in the neighborhood. That's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite birds to randomly see.
It's not a duck, right? It's a bird.
Not a duck. It's I think it's considered a water bird, or waterfowl, but definitely not a duck. I
Nah.
don't know what the family is for that one. But
So, what qualifies it as a foul? Does it go on the left side of a certain line inside the pond that it's a foul, or is it?
no, that's offsides. It's a different thing. Foul is
Oh,
more of it'd be like contact or verbal abuse, shooting the bird, which is
Or smells
really
really bad.
easy to do if you are a bird.
I mean, I think it would count if it smells really bad too.
Yeah. Letting the fart go, that's just face melting. That would be a
Oh,
foul.
so any night after cheese at my house, gotcha.
Yes, any night after cheese at your house.
Or some nights after cigars, depending on what Christmas, the wife says.
You probably shouldn't go there.
She's not watching this, we're safe.
Oh, okay.
Thank the Lord.
So, let me ask you this, Andy.
Yeah.
Does the Chupacabra have any hint of like sage in it, or anything like that for cleansing, spirits or anything? I mean,
Nah, I'm not getting sage.
Okay.
Do you know what burning bones smell like? You getting some of that?
A little bit of that.
Interesting. I'm intrigued.
I mean, I'd have saved you one, but I'm gonna need a second for another sacrifice. Get you another one.
I mean, do you feel that you're calling the spirit of the Chupacabra?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. I mean,
I'm gonna
as long
have
as
to.
that's
I'm gonna have to
happening-
go. I'm gonna have to go to the store and pick up a goat later. I'm feeling thirsty.
I mean, goat meat is delicious.
Oh no, we're
That's
talking
a true
marrow.
story.
I mean, marrow would be the same, I assume. Just, a little gamier. Little goatier.
Yeah. Whenever goat's on a menu, I definitely try to order that.
Heck yeah.
'cause it's so good.
Delicious.
I've only ever had it at a Indian or Himalayan restaurant.
Can't say I've been to a Himalayan restaurant.
I think it's Himalayan. There was a restaurant in Asheville, North Carolina, which I have no idea what the name is at this point, but the food seemed similar to Indian food. I mean, like lots of different spices and kind of almost curry-like, and that it's very good.
Sounds tasty.
Yeah.
Now, did you have the goat kebab? Or did you have, the goat anus?
No, I did
Because
not have the goat anus that I'm aware of. If
That you're aware of.
that's
I mean,
That's
if it's
true.
extra goaty, then it probably was the anus.
I hear that's a delicacy in many places.
It is.
But I've
It is.
yet
And you have
to-
to lick
to be
around
aware.
it first before you actually eat the goat anus. Or else bad things can happen, buddy. I'm just letting you know. That gets you prepared. It gets it prepared for your palate.
Loosens
And
it up a
then-
little bit.
It loosens it up a little bit, and then full on penetration into your mouth is delicious of the goat anus. So
And thank you for that mental picture.
what? I'm trying to properly tell you how to eat goat anus.
3 o'clock in the morning. That's gonna wake
Visceral
me.
description.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just happy you could join us today for this discussion.
God, don't mix it with the curry, okay? It's just a hot mess.
That depends on the curry, though.
I don't know. Any curry really coming out of the goat anus would probably be just not. It's a turn off. That's just gross.
I hear the red curry's spicier. That's just what I'm hearing. That's what I've heard.
It is. I mean, that's the rumor, anyway.
It depends on the curry and its origin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing how quickly I can get us canceled with this one episode.
With this one episode.
This is going to be the cancel episode. And funny thing is, I think I would assume that would be a grim episode, but no, I'm going to do it.
Nobody Gibbs is gonna do it.
Fuck that dude. I'm stealing his fucking thunder.
See, you don't need
Can't
teeth
be
to smoke
here.
cigars.
You don't need teeth to smoke cigars. You really don't. You've
And the
done that
nicotine to help with the pain. I'm just saying.
True. Just rub a little dip of nicotine on it. I'm good to go. Has half a cigar in his mouth.
At least it's a nice day. Sacrifice another.
Yeah, it's super nice out. How are things down in Georgia?
It's beautiful here today. It's like it's overcast, but not like raining or anything. So it's like not really sunny, but nice breeze going.
Nice.
Nice.
It's ideal.
It's not really overcast here, but there's a nice breeze, so it helps.
Let's see. Partially cloudy,
Yeah. Mostly sunny,
Yeah.
as they say.
mostly sunny. That's the better one. That's the glass half full version of this.
So that's the sky's got less than 50% cloud coverage.
Yeah.
Nice.
How did I read that? I read that somewhere. It's mostly cloud. It's mostly sunny during the day, but once evening kicks over, it becomes mostly cloudy. Ask me where I read that, but that's a thing.
It seems like one of those like meteorological. That's not a word. meteor. I can't say it, so don't. The weather peoples. But I can't make my brain say it, apparently. Thank you. Terms that is like got a meaning, but like isn't announced what the meaning is. Like
just understood.
A 25% chance of rain means like the viewership of that station. 25% of the people that are in the viewership could see rain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Someone told me that
25% chance it'll rain right here.
And if it's in Louisiana and it says 25% chance of rain,
it's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain.
Or it's gonna be 100% humidity and sunny.
It's gonna feel like rain either way.
Either way, it's gonna feel like rain. This is right.
You are
rain will be
going to
coming
need
from your
a
brow.
dry shirt at some point.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The rain's either going to come from your brow or from the sky, whichever one.
Or it'll just seep up to the ground. It don't matter.
Which is true too.
It's magical here, let me tell you.
When it comes from below, though, that's kind of scary.
We had some of
the
that
water
recently.
The water table is only like 6 inches from the ground. So yeah.
We got a lot of rain recently, and everything is still pretty soggy.
Yeah, I cut the grass earlier. Had to clean up the lawnmower because it was all still stuck to it from all the rain.
Were you swimming while you were cutting the grass?
Yeah, waders were a requirement.
Safety first.
Sure. I just don't want to ruin nice shoes as I trudge through the yard. Alright, I gotta get a pick. You can find it again. Man, I moved things around on my cigar table over here and I can't find shit. There we go. Oh.
Give my nub some love.
Not on
Look,
camera.
I can do a little, dance.
Is that like Chaplin and the dinner rolls? And the forks? There you go.
I need two of them. Our Johnny Depp and Benny and June.
There you go.
Have not seen either one of those movies in forever.
Long, long time. Galaxy far, far away. No, different genre. Sorry.
Has anybody seen any of the new Fallout series?
I was going to ask it. I was going to ask that same thing. It keeps popping up on my Fire TV every time I turn it on. And I'm like, do I really want to see this? But after the 12th time, I'm like, man, I need to see this. So advertising does work.
Yeah.
We watched 2 episodes this morning, and so far it has the right vibe of the game.
Well, a lot of the actors that are in it evidently have actually played the game. And they're saying they want to keep it as true to the game as possible.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was like, that's surprising.
I mean, how many Fallout games are there? 4?
I want to say
4 plus. So there's like the 4 or so main Fallouts, and then there's Fallout 76, which is online only, and there's like a mobile game, and I don't know if New Vegas counts as a full Fallout game or if that is a additional to the 4 main ones.
I'm going to count it. So they have 17.
That seems generous, but okay, I'm on board.
That's a Georgia math. It works.
Uh-huh. That's my education.
Robert's about to melt his little cigar pick. Oh. The angle it looked like it was,
Oh.
getting close.
It's smoking from all that hot love.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't have to light it, he just had to like start puffing on it and it lit.
Just puffing on it and it got it going again.
That's right.
Yeah. How you doing?
So how does it feel to know that someone has made love on your tobacco leaves, Robert? Every time you take a puff, somebody's private parts have been rubbed all over those.
He looks like he's losing interest now.
I'm done. Thanks for the visual again.
Hey, man. You told me the story. I'm just going with it.
You just run with it, man.
I'm just thinking about all those poor Oompa Loompas that have to work in the tobacco fields every day and enjoy.
So
the
are they
shit
still
out of
working in the tobacco leaves or tobacco fields, or are now they working for Big Sugar on
it.
like a
See,
sugar
that is a
cane
fallacy.
plant?
That is a complete fallacy. Okay,
Is
they
it?
are still in the tobacco fields where they belong.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Part of the reason they're orange. I mean, you handle enough tobacco, you just kind of turn orange.
See? Yeah.
Just saying. I don't know any sugar that does that. It does. Do you really want to put it in your body? Come on.
Yes.
I'm sure this is an experience that multiple people have had, and this is not my story, but a friend of mine, when he was like a teenager, he worked cutting tobacco at a local farm, and got nicotine poisoning the first day from all the little cuts from the leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can happen.
Man,
That's why Tatiana knows best and rubs fruit all over her hands before she touches the tobacco leaves.
Right.
I was going to say, man, I thought my job was rough. Shit.
Nah, yours is just drugs.
Yeah, that's true.
So do you consider yourself a drug dealer?
Actually, yes, I am. There are days I feel like it, though, really. Some days you get people come in for the pain pills, and it's like every other one is there for one of them. It's like, God, I'm a drug dealer. Get your narcotics.
But I heard. Gotta have my Vicodin.
Well, I just inhaled an entire flame into my mouth.
How'd that feel?
It's probably about time. Put this down.
The
Do we
fire
wanna-
out, man.
So
Reveal
let
the.
me give you some real
Okay.
information on the NUB Cameroon, since I am a complete moron and just made up some bullshit. All right, so it is made in the Estella factory in Nicaragua. It is a medium. I got that right. Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay! It is the Cameroon comes in because it is a Cameroon wrapper. So I don't know what label he's under, but go check him out. I think they're pretty good. And then that's all the information that I'm seeing on this site. So this was a poor site to choose, as far as telling me the actual information on this cigar. Well, that was a fail. So come
Try
back to
again.
me.
Try again.
Yeah.
Look quick. Okay, I'll go. Because mine's getting warm. Maybe I was kind of right. The Hellcat is a Mexican San Andreas wrapper. So, I mean, go Chupacabra in Mexico. And the binder and the filler were Nicaraguan, so I was way the hell off. And yeah, I totally made this shit up. So, the Robusto is a 5.5 by 54 box press.
Nice.
And yeah. They're rolled
Nicaraguan filler.
Sweet.
Nicaraguan filler. So I nailed that one right away.
Yep.
But again, cheating because I knew it was Nicaraguan to begin with because it's a nub.
Nice.
Tabla Claras Carreras factory.
I'm gonna need to do some more research to get that kind of detail out of mine.
How about you, Robert? Tell the truth.
Well, it's a Brazilian wrapper, dark, thick, oily Brazilian wrapper. Although this says the aftertaste is spicy with natural sweet tones, but I didn't catch that. But okay, that's all I found. It's not a very informative site. Video.
I've got some kind of mixed info on mine, depending on what side I look at. It looks like it is a Mexican San Andreas wrapper with binder that is Nicaraguan Corojo 99, which is a popular, delicious tobacco. And the filler is Nicaraguan Aganorsa. So I'm guessing it was probably made by them, or at least the tobacco came from them, because they're a giant tobacco grower.
Yeah, they are.
Nice. No wonder you liked it.
Yeah. The first place I looked, it said it had a there it goes. It had a Ecuadorian, Connecticut, and San Andreas wrapper. So I don't know if that's part of that also. But origin Nicaragua.
Those darn Nicaraguans, man. Just making good cigars. How dare they?
Yeah, they are.
I'm very upset about it.
Totally.
Very upset.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep smoking them to make sure we get rid of all of them.
Great.
Yeah. Every time I have an illusion, I'm kind of reminded that I need to have more illusions. Seem to make some pretty solid stuff.
I thought every time you had an illusion, you thought you need to work on your card tricks.
Well, yeah.
Or need to join the
those.
Illuminati. Either way. Yeah.
Or join the Illuminati. That'd be good too. So I guess this kind of wraps up our short story.
We
If you
wanna
like what
actually
you see,
rate them.
oh yeah, we can rate them. Oh my god.
Oh shit. Whoops.
I'm
Go,
shit.
Gibbs.
Okay.
Got a
So,
final
So for
review.
mine, besides the flame hitting my tongue at the very end, was a pleasurable experience. I enjoyed it, of course, from beginning to end. Solid all the way through. Good construction. No film in the mouth, so bravo. And I'm going to probably give it a 4. Solid 4.
All right.
Good cigar.
This had great construction. It smoked a little faster than I'm used to, but for 5.5. Good steady flavor throughout. Good construction. I have nothing to complain about. I'm with you. I think I'm going to go with the 4 on this one.
Nice.
Alright, mine burned evenly all the way down. Input was great. Output was great. I'm right there, and it's still smoking. So, 4.5.
Very nice.
4-5.
I thought you were going to knock it off a point because there wasn't actually anybody making love on it. So.
We can't prove that.
We can't. Yeah, we can't prove that.
I mean, there's no proof.
I
So
wasn't
yeah,
there
okay,
with you.
there. Yeah, keep.
Let the illusion live.
My turn, I guess.
Yeah.
So the sweetness tapered off, and it turned into a little earthier, a little more like leather. It was good kind of change to it. I do miss the sweetness a little bit, but it's not. It wasn't the only thing it had going on, so it's still very good. And had a couple little burn issues. I had a little bit of a tunnel, but it didn't really cause an issue with smoking it, so I wouldn't knock it off for that. Construction, I would say, is excellent. It looked good, smelled good, tasted good. I went with a V cut, if that's the thing that people care about. And I'm going to give it a 4.5 because it was pretty excellent.
Nice.
Very nice. And if anybody was curious, I had a straight cut.
Same.
Yep, me too.
So on that note,
That's the
that's the note.
note.
So we're going to close out this episode of our short story. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, please reach out to us on social media. We are on Facebook. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. We're on YouTube. Reach out to us. Talk to us. We enjoy it. We like interacting with anybody who wants to talk to us. We're actually kind of lonely, so having somebody to talk to is very, very wonderful.
Warm and makes us feel good.
Makes us feel good when you actually interact with us. So reach out, early and often. And I'm going to say good night.
See you.
Right.
Good night.